Hi everyone, this is Commander Rusty Dog, and in this video we're going to say hello to an old friend as we strive to unlock another engineer. I'm not going to get it all done in this video because it's quite a slog, but I'm certainly going to get things started and hopefully show you how to do it. This will be not a first for me, but the way this is going to happen is going to be a first for me, so we'll explain it as we go. So the engineer I want to unlock is Selene Jean, simply because I'm interested in what she has to offer here. Now, in my elite career since premium beta, I have mined 70 tons. She wants me to mine 500, so I've got to mine another 430, and you can't just mine it and have the bits come off the rock and leave it at that. You've got to not only, I don't know if having them in your cargo counts. We'll find that out, or whether I've got to sell them. But selling them means making a profit as well, so that's good. And I also happen to know that once Selene Jean is unlocked, she requires 10 tons of Painite. So with that in mind, I'm going to want to come to the end of my mining career, as it were, with 10 tons of Painite in the cargo hold. Shouldn't be too difficult if we're going for 430 tons. Now, I'm not a particular fan of mining. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the game. But it is laborious and it is kind of tedious, bit boring, something you've got to have maybe something on in the background, music, movie maybe, who knows. So in order to minimize the pain, I'm going to build a ship that is going to take a lot of the load off me. Now there's a few options for this: Clipper, Python. If you're on less of a budget and you have got access to it, you could go for a Cobra Mark IV, an Asp Explorer. But if you're okay in the high-end stuff, then you can look at Anaconda, and you can look at the Imperial Cutter, which is something, an Imperial Cutter is something that I'm interested in the future, but I don't think right now. And as I said, we're going to say hello to an old friend. So, I did look at the clipper option. To build a mining clipper to the way I would like it, we're looking at 45 million. To build an Anaconda mining ship, I'm looking at around just under 200 million. It's quite a difference just to do a little bit of mining. However, the plan is to buy the Anaconda. I'm going to kit it out so that it becomes a brutal mining ship, which will basically do everything for me, providing I do it right. And I'm no expert on this. So we are going to buy an Anaconda. We are going to spend the 200 million. But a word of warning now to some of you, or a handful of you, maybe even less than a handful. When I'm done, okay, when I'm done and I have my 500 tons and I have unlocked the engineer, I'm going to sell the Anaconda, okay? And you need to be okay with that. I've had a couple of people that weren't okay with me selling my Anaconda before and buying the Corvette, saying that I had enough money to have kept the Anaconda, even though the Anaconda wasn't something I needed, didn't have a use for it. So anyway, you know, I'm going to play the game my way, and any mistakes or good decisions I make will be down to me and me only. So we're going to rebuy an Anaconda. It will resell after this is all done. So I'm going to get some of my money back. I will lose a few million, but I'm also going to make some profit in mining as well. So I'm going to a system that I'm going to have to make a fuel stop on the way there, possibly. I don't know. It's a system I've not been to before, but I've just been on Reddit and I've been on YouTube and I've pulled a couple of resources together and I've come up with what I hope is going to be a solution for mining that's going to get me my 430 tons in the quickest possible time. So let's do this. Let's buy an Anaconda. Trouble with the payment? Check bouncing? No? Did you notice how the standby there didn't need a great big black bar going through it? I've also finished my racing ship for now, by the way, so we'll come to that in another video. Okay, let's not mess about then, straight into outfitting. We got some big changes to make here. So, straight into hard points. Well, we're going to really go to town here. On the huge hard point, we are going to fit now, hang on a minute, I'm just looking at this loadout. Mining. Yep, I'm happy with this. It's a class 4 slot, and we were going to fit a class 2 laser. Please don't write in and complain. Class 2 laser going in a class 4 slot. There's a method to the whole madness, I'm sure, but don't worry about it. Let me just have a look in here, by the way. Oh, yeah, you can go. I am going to fit beams to this. I don't need too much weaponry, but I need to be able to defend myself in case any pirates get in the way. This is a mining ship, okay? It's not a combat ship. So if I stick a 2 in there, in a 4 slot, that's just the way it is. Okay, now we're getting into the realm of defense and offense, so I'm going to stick a beam laser in there. And I'm going to stick another beam laser in here. Don't worry, I've done my research, I've done my planning. I know what I'm doing, trust me. Okay. And now in the next 3 slots, we're going to put another mining laser. We're going to be really... this is some serious mining taking place here. I'm going to be depleting asteroids before they have a chance to rotate one whole turn. Well, in my mind anyway. It might work out that way, let's see. And then I'm going to have my little metallic Oompa Loompas going out there collecting all the stuff. So what have we got then? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mining lasers, 2 beams, and in here, let's go for some Seeker missiles. And in this one, let's stick some more in there. I don't have to have too many of them because I don't plan on getting too much hassle. Okay, that's the hard points. Into utilities. So again, this is purely for defense. I don't need any utilities, but the reason I'm putting them on is in case anybody gets interested while we're mining, or in case oh, now let me just look, or in case we get interdicted on the way back with all of our stuff. So top, bottom, bottom, top, top, middle, middle. Okay, so middle here, point defense. You know that a lot of AI these days come with missiles, so we're going to counteract that. So 2 point defenses on the roof and 2 point defenses underneath. Simple as that. Okay, that's that taken care of. Now the core. So, power plant. We're not going to do anything crazy here. (6A) in an 8 slot. Again, just a reminder, it's a mining ship. Thrusters. (7D). FSD. Let's kick it. (6A). We need that jump range. Life support. D-spec. Power distributor. Well, on this one we have to go for the big boy. 8A. It's only 23 million, don't worry. And the sensors are 8Ds. Again, saving a little bit of weight. And on the core, oh sorry, on the optionals. Now, on the optionals, on the build that I saw, there was no extra fuel. But there's no fuel scoop either, and I need that. So, here we're going to stick cargo. We need some serious cargo here. So, the ship is going to end up with 320 tons of cargo with shields, which, if I can fill that up, that's over half of what I need. But I don't need such. I mean, I could have gone for the Clipper at 192 tons of cargo, but because, you know, how long am I going to be mining before it makes my brain go numb? Can I stay mining until I fill up 320 tons? No, probably not. And I certainly won't be doing that tonight, because I have started this video rather late. So what are we doing here? We've got 4 cargo racks in a row, so let's just go for this. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, and now another one. And that should give us the capacity that we need. Okay, and now, oh, we're not even, don't worry, we're not getting to shields yet. Don't even think about that. So in the next 1, 2, 3. Now, in the next 4 slots, the build has got it at... yeah, we're here. The build has got it at... that they're all collector limpet controllers. But that will give us 11 limpet controllers. That's overkill for me. I don't need 11. So I'm going to have... but, you know, it is... in mining terms, it's going to be the end of days. You put 11 in there, that's just going to be crazy stuff. I think I'm going to just be okay with 9. So we got 3 here, and we're going to have 3 here. Okay, so I'm going to forego the build that I saw and at least this in this particular section. So we got 1, 2, 3, so that's 9. And in here, instead of another controller, I'm going to add a fuel tank. Okay, now in this slot, finally, we're going to get shields. Yay! Now, the build has 4D shields on there. I don't see any reason why I can't just put 4As on. It's only 1,000,000. So 4A shields. And here is the main baby, the refinery, the big boy, with 10 bins. 10 bins, 9 collector limpets. This, my friend, is some serious stuff. Are we done? No. Prospectors. Now, I don't know if I'm ever going to use these. I don't know. I probably will. The thing is, I don't care what I mine. I don't care if it's bauxite. I just don't care. I just got to build up my tonnage. I don't want too much different stuff because I've got 10 bins, so I can have 10 different things in there, and then I can start. Then I don't care what gets put in there. So as long as I don't go more than 10 different things, listen, all that stuff that came up before when I was mining gallite and lepidolite, hey, by all means, do it. Go for it. That is our build. Now I can't afford to turn anything off power-wise, and this looks like I am right on the edge here, so it says on, oh yeah, they've got a 4B refinery with 9 bins. Let me just take a look at my power a second. Yes, I know, I'll do that in a second. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, I'm going to have 10 bins then. So 10 bins and 9 collectors. Now I'm not a billionaire anymore, but I will be when I sell this, once I'm done. So before I do anything, I need to know if I can make it to my system. So we will be traveling to, I've already got it loaded in, but I want to type it in anyway. HIP 67-120. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, so I'm gonna have to literally stop in Wolf 499 and refuel. I'm gonna have to literally dock and refuel. But once I'm there, once I'm in HIP 67-120, then I'm there. So, you know. The reason we're going to HIP is because it has pristine rings, apparently. Or it did have a while ago. I'm hoping that's still the case. I have no idea. Oh, wait a minute. We need to fuel up. I might be able to get there. Silly. And I've got to put limpets in yet. I know that. Yeah, let me try again. Of course, I didn't put the fuel in. I think we might make this. Oh, don't you think when you come into this tab that the focus should automatically be in this box? The cursor should be there waiting for you. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we can get there. I've never been here before, so I don't know what's going on in here. I'm assuming there's a station in there. Otherwise, might be in a bit of trouble. Okay, so I have 320 tons of cargo, is that right? Yes, 320. So, I'm going to put Should we go half? Yeah, half. 160 limpets. Or is that, is that crazy? I really don't know. Let's do 120. 120 limpets. Because I'm going to be firing like 9 off at a time. 90, 10 nines are 90, and to get here is another 30, so if I put 6, give me a sec, I don't know why I do these silly calculations, but anyway, 126 divided by 9 is 14. So I can empty out my limpets 14 times. Okay, 126 limpets. Next thing, fire groups. Okay, so we are primarily a mining ship, and as such, now I'm told that I've got 4 mining lasers here, and the power distributor can fire these forever. I'm hoping that's the case. Now, fire group 2 is for offense or defense, and that'll be that. And now on the collector limpets, I want those, and I can send a prospector limpet out on fire group 3 because it wraps round, so it's okay. So chaff launcher I don't need to map because I've got it on a key. Point defense will do its own thing. I can have my beam lasers at the ready with the prospectors ready, yeah. Yep. Right, 7 jumps. So before I sign off, I want to test the beam lasers, see how long they can fire for. It doesn't make any difference though. Where are we going here? Tiki. Try saying that 10 times quick. Tiki. Forget it. I can't even say it once. Tiki. So, yes, for those who weren't too happy with me getting rid of the Anaconda, here it is. It's back. For now. See, I don't like own the Anaconda, I merely adopt it. And I look after it. So we don't have any mods on this, no massive speed. This is just, it's just gonna be the minor 49er. Okay, we need to leave firing range. And whatever you do, rusty boy, don't deploy any missiles, eh? Wow, it takes me ages to get out of, unless I've already left it. Yeah, I must have. There we go. Okay, let's see. Wow, they're in a weird place. Look at the jitter already on them. Yeah, I can fire them for a good long time. That's okay. So, hold on a second then. These beams, yeah, they're both 3, yet one's at the bottom and one's at the top. How bizarre. Right, I'll see you in HIP 67120, and we'll get this going and then we'll call it a day. Well, we made it. What a pig of a journey it was to get here. Well, I'll tell you why, because first we got interdicted, and that's when I realised that the shields on this thing are absolutely crap. Then I got here, I had to refuel because of course adding all those limpets added weight, which meant I couldn't get here in one journey, so I had to refuel. So I had to drop into a station and do that, and then I got here, and then there was nothing here, just the sun, because of course it needed scanning. But I didn't bring an advanced scanner because the normal course of action is you just scan the nav beacon, but there isn't one. So I dropped off at the nearest station to try and see what I could get rid of on this ship in order to put an advanced discovery scanner on. It didn't have any, didn't sell them. So then I had to go on the internet to find the nearest place that could sell me one. I did, I found one a couple of jumps away, and I took out the fuel tank, my extended fuel tank, in order to fit the discovery scanner. But of course that's as far as I was prepared to go. So now I've got the planet. Now I know some of these rings are metallic and some of them are metal rich. I think the white ones or the grey ones, whatever, are the metallic ones. Again, really doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm mining carbon. As you can see, no nav beacon doesn't exist. And in here, because I don't have the surface scanner, it's not going to tell me about the rings. So if I click on here and I go into here, it's going to tell me that there's two rings, but it's not going to tell me what they're made up of because, like I just said, I don't have the surface scanner, and I'm not prepared to use up another slot because I can't afford it, because everything on this Anaconda I need or want, and pristine reserves. So I'm going to drop into the inner rings, and that is going to have to be good enough. So yeah, it took about 20 minutes longer to get here than it initially should have done. So all I can say is this better be worth it. So yeah, the guy on the YouTube video who mentioned about coming to this system failed to point out that if you haven't been here before, then you will need an advanced discovery scanner. Kind of an important thing to leave out really, but there you go. I'm sure I've made mistakes. In fact, I know I have. So okay, let's drop into here. I don't know if it's going to be too quick. Looks nice and thick here, so seems as good a place as any. Okay. Now I'm not going to use any prospecting limpets at the moment because I don't think I need to be concerned with what I'm mining. It's about quantity. I'm not going for gold, silver, none of that. If I can find some painite, brilliant. What I want to find is a cluster of asteroids that are close together, because I want to make sure that my collectors will firstly not just expire after they do one journey like it has been happening, but that when I move on to the next asteroid, if they're still alive, that they'll follow me. So I'm going to look at these three big ones here and see what's going on. So we've got two in close proximity here. And we've got another one there right next to us on the right. And if I can get the thing slowed down in time. want to be that close. And I don't want to be that far away either. This is where the clipper comes in handy. It's got a real nice agility and speed. Okay, so we're going to open the cargo scoop and we're going to let...
Scan detected.
Don't do it. You will die. Yes, empty, that's correct, empty. I'm only holding limpets. So why did that ship interdict me saying, "Oh, you're the one with the big haul"? Okay, I've got no threats here whatsoever. Right then. So, collectors. If I hit the space to let them go, how many goes?
Programming limpet drone.
1.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
That's 3. Here we go then.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Okay, that's 6 out now, isn't it? See, it said no valid collection targets. I can't mine it quick enough. It used to tell you when it ran out. It used to say asteroid depleted. Right, well, I've been on this for now about another 20 minutes. I seem to be getting the hang of things. I am literally depleting an asteroid before my lasers run out. And these guys are just going out there picking all that stuff up. If I wanted to, I could move on to another asteroid. It'll still bring it to me. Of course, it takes them a little bit longer. If I had an asteroid close by, there they all go, look. Here, there's the belly of the beast. Get the stuff in there. So, yeah, I've got some Painite. I've got 5% more Painite to go before I refine that. The other thing I'm noticing is that, well, 2 things. First, I've already got the Painite required, 10 tons of it. And secondly, if I now go into the engineers and go to Seline, it's recorded. It's how many I've refined, not how many I've sold. So this is going up. 125. I've almost, when that reaches 140, I will have doubled what I've done in my entire Elite Dangerous career. Okay, so I'm back. This is the 3rd day. I've done a little bit more research on mining and I've asked a few questions, got a few answers, some good answers, and I think it's made me a little bit better as a miner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump in and just show you, try and show you that I've made some progress. It might not work out that way, but we'll try. So there's the shadowy bit. So we're going to go in the exact opposite way so that because it seems that the sun goes in quite quickly around here, even though the orbital period on this planet is 964 days, but still, that's the orbital period. That's not the day-night cycle. So the inner rings are metallic this is an anarchy system, so the chances are I'm going to be followed in by a ship, so I'm just going to have to take out whoever's there. And so far my amount of mining that I've done has gone from 70 tons in my entire career up to 403 tons. So I only need 97 tons more, which shouldn't take more than an hour or so, if that. And I'm going to try and show you what I've learned in the meantime. Try. So these grey rings are the metallic ones, so we're going to go in there. I'm going to switch to my beam lasers and my seeker missile straight away, because even though there's no res sight here, you are going to get some action. So I'm going to go into the bright white bit, which looks like it's a bit more concentrated. Probably doesn't make a damn difference, but I like the fact that it's brighter. So we'll try and get in here without any damage. And we should be okay there. There we go. Right, so let's just hang on here, wait for a ship to come in. There we go. Now my shields on this thing are like paper. They really are terrible. Now I know he's going to scan me, so I'm just going to take the initiative and take him on.
Under attack.
I knew he was going to scan me, and so I wasn't going to let him have the first drop of the hat. So this is how mining begins. I don't know if he's running away now or turning round. He's turning round.
Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
See, I should be protecting my shields, but then I need my engines as well.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Okay.
Target destroyed.
Now, because my shields are so crap, it won't take long for them to restore. So there's the sun. So that's what you want to be facing, I think. So I'm going to start going down, facing the sun. I only need minimal pips now to shields. And once we get in, I've only brought 100 collectors with me this time, that's all I need. No prospectors, not interested in the prospector, what are they called? Controllers. Right, now I certainly don't want to be facing on the dark side of things, so I'm going to be turning around very, very shortly. Because I'm just collecting anything and everything, really. Okay, so now we're just going to turn this thing around and face the brightness. There we go. Okay, so let's make this one our first pick of the day. And bring up the four mining lasers. One of them is huge, one large, two mediums. They will deplete an asteroid in seconds, trust me. A handful of seconds. And it's done. So we've really got to have these collectors on standby. Normally I have about 4 out, sometimes 5, depending. Try not to do it on, if you do it on fast tumbling asteroids, then the chances are you're going to wipe out your controllers because they'll just get hit by it. Okay, so I'm going to deploy
Programming limpet
a
droid.
few at the moment.
Programming limpet droid. Programming limpet droid. Programming limpet droid.
I think I've already drained it. Okay, and now I'm going to put the belly of the ship up. Now you see the fragments that are on the radar there. I'm going to put them right underneath the ship, and that'll make the collectors pick them up a lot faster. The refinery full can sometimes be a lie, as you can see. It's just lag, so you can ignore some of those. And we can move on to the next asteroid while these things are still collecting, but don't need to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down. Now we're facing the planet. So what I'm going to do is tell myself that every time we move to another asteroid, we face the planet. And that way we're always moving forward. We're never going to double back on ourselves. So, cargo scoop in for speed. Move towards the next one. The controllers are following me. The 4 controllers are following me. I might take a 5th one out here. Now this one's a tumbler, so we've got to maybe try and get ourselves positioned a bit better. Okay, cargo scoop out. Ignore that. That's just a bad keyboard error in the game. Okay, so this is Galite. You see it's stripped already. Gone. And now again, just put the belly of the ship. You see where they are on the radar? Well, where the lines end is where I'm placing my belly of my ship. Try not to mistake them for the collectors themselves. And it won't take any time for 4 collectors to pick those up. So 1 more to pick up, and while he's going to do that, I'm going to try and make sure he doesn't hit my ship as well. I'm going to pick out the next asteroid. So there they go. They're shooting back down for more, and they're coming back up, only to deliver it into my cargo hatch. There we go, and back down they go. And there they go, that's all of it done. Then now they're standing by waiting. So there's only a couple more to get. They did have to go quite a long way for that one actually. The moment has arrived. There it is, 5:04. We are done. Okay, we made it back, and what happened was this second tick that says you gained access to Selene Jean because you have mined over 500 tons. That never ticked. I mined and I kept mining, and I was doing 520 something tons, and it never happened. So it just never got to the end and never unlocked. So I thought, well, okay, I'll just instance switch from solo into private group, and that's what made it. That's what kicked it in. So I wanted to stay and do a little bit more mining anyway. I wanted to see if I could get another 30% of Painite, but that never came around. So anyway, we're done with her. We've now got Selene Jean unlocked. Now she needs 10 units of Painite, which I have, of course, in all that mining. So let's just take a look at the figures here. Where are we? Stats. So if I come down to mining, there you go. I got 535 Okay, collecting 2,503 materials. And in my inventory I've got 10 Painites waiting for her, and I managed to get this up to 983 tons, but then I whittled it down a little bit. I had 74 iron and 59 sulfur. It was crazy the amount of stuff I was getting. I can probably filter it down even further, but yeah, I'm quite happy with the way it is right now. I'm not crucial on that right now. So okay, now comes the bit that some people won't want to see. The Anaconda is going. It's done its job, and now I'm going to strip it out and sell it. But I've decided that now that I'm kind of okay with mining, that I will rebuild a mining ship once I've got rid of this. Won't be an Anaconda though, because the Anaconda was just to do a lot of mining very quickly. It did take 3 days, but it wasn't 3 solid days, you know. It was a few hours each day. So I'd probably put in about maybe 6-7 hours maybe. It was slower at the beginning because I was just kind of getting used to the whole thing, but in the last 2 days I was... Where's my cargo? Right, because I've got to keep that. In the last couple of days I was getting better at it, so I was able to make things go a little bit quicker. So it's been pretty good, really. There's a lot of background noise, isn't there? So I have to keep that cargo, because when I swap ships I'm gonna need that cargo, because I've got the Painite in there, so I can't sell that. I didn't refuel, no point there. Okay, so that's everything gone out of there. Right, core. I guess we can just browse and strip it down to the worst possible. Same with the old thrust arrows. 5E's the worst ones we can put on, so we'll do that. I don't know whether I'll get my billion back. I'll probably lose a bit there. But I'm not too fussed. It doesn't take more than a couple of long-range haulage missions to put that right. But yeah, I'm going to get another mining ship. It's going to be the Imperial Clipper. You could go with a Python, you know, but to be honest, for the amount of mining that I'm actually going to do, I think that a Clipper is okay. The Clipper and the Python's going to hold, in the builds that I saw, they hold the same, 192, but the Python costs more, so... Oh, I don't need to... I won't get rid of that. Okay. So 102 million will get me back to 1 billion. So I might actually do this. So we're going to go and see Seline. I don't have enough cargo capacity in the courier to go with that, because this is the one where I want to get my lightweight shields, lightweight hull armor kind of thing. I don't think I can... It could be that I'm going to put the top grade, you know, the lighter armor on this, and I still won't be able to go any quicker. Maybe this is my absolute max now. I don't know. So I'm going in the Corvette because A, it's got the cargo capacity, and B, now I can finally be back in a big ship with some decent protection on it. Actually, the Fer-de-Lance could have done this as well, but this has got Yeah, the Fertilance could have been a better option. Actually, the Asp Explorer is the best option. I might switch to that. But let's get rid of the Anaconda first. So we'll just pop into here, into the shipyard. Go to the stored ships, go back to Anaconda, and we'll just sell this ship. Sell your stored ship. Now I had, yeah, so I've lost 10 million, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a big issue. So I'm going to make a little bit more money. I'm going to do some long range haulage, I think, get myself up to about 50 million here, 50, 60 million, maybe more. And then we'll go and get the clipper, and I'll get that ready for mining. Now to go to Selene Jean or Selene Jean, I'm sure it's probably Jean, but what the hell. Now she's 102 light years away, so this is going to take a few jumps to get there. So I think I will switch to the Asp Explorer. This is the one, isn't it? Yep. So we'll just switch, and I'm sure she'll get there in a lot less jumps. And then we can take a look at what Selene Jean has to offer and the blueprints and whatnot. Okay, so if we go back in, and oh, it's already replotted the course. So how many is it? 3 jumps. Well, off we go then. I'll see you there. Right, I thought I'd bring the video in here as we're coming into Prospector's Rest, which is Selene Jean's headquarters. You can see that there are 2 planets, very similar looking and very, very close to each other. So this is where we are. She's 12,000 light seconds in from the sun, so we'll be ready for that one. Takes a few minutes. And of course the name Prospector's Rest is very appropriate because I've been prospecting in the asteroid fields for three days now, and I definitely need a rest. So I'm going to come here for a bit of rest and relaxation. I've heard they even do their massages here with the happy endings, so I'll be here for a while. As long as Seline isn't doing the actual... So, well, these canyons look a bit deep. Oh, that cliff looks a bit deep. That could be handy for a certain Imperial courier, which looks like it might be getting a name of the Banana Boost. Don't ask. It's not a name I would have come up with, but I had so many people on Facebook trying to give me names for this thing, and so many people were trying to give me banana this and banana the other. So I thought, I'm outnumbered here. So I thought, well, what would go with the banana then? I said, well, let's just... Well, it's a racing ship, so it's kind of boosting, maybe? Boosting. Banana boost. Why is this here and the base is to my right, but this is here? Let me just request a docking. See what happens. Yeah, it's all the way over there. So slightly off target. I do not need to boost with this ship now, just top speed will do it. So welcome to Selene Jean's HQ. Quite how I can welcome you here when I've just arrived myself, I don't know. 0.1 gravity, 0.15, and I'm having trouble getting this thing slowed down. Honestly, these grade 5 thruster boosts. So, this looks quite cool, this place. Did you hear that? That was all my Painite getting thrown around in the cargo hold. Right then, here we are finally. I thought that unlocking Seline was gonna be a real slog, you know, but it turned out it really wasn't. So first thing I'm going to do before I forget is go to the Cook Herald and screenshot this lot. Right, that's done. So into the engineer's workshop, give her the Painite. And there she is. So we've got hull reinforcements that she can do. So let's just hit, I don't know, 5, whatever. So lightweight hull. That's not the one I'm going to go for. Lightweight hull reinforcement. No, it reduces the mass by 15. So that's not the one I was looking at. The one I was looking at then, was it armor? Lightweight armor. There's something here that reduces your weight by about 35%. And maybe it's not here. Maybe you need to be... So you got lightweight armor. Yeah, no, it's not. It is the other one. So I can do this on my courier. I could do a lightweight armor really easily. And then the one I need is hull reinforcements. But what I want to know is, if I just go here, why am I not... Oh, I need to have a hull reinforcement module, obviously. I see. This has changed from... These recipes have changed since the one I looked online, because the grade 1 was sulfur. So, unless I'm looking at something wrong here... I mean, I don't have any of these things anyway. I don't have any hull reinforcements. Oh, let's go back. But now that I'm here, I might just get an upgrade on this ship. So, blast resistant gives me some nice explosive resistant armor. Because let's face it, with the speed that I've got on this ship, the only thing that can reach me is a missile over, say, a laser. Heavy duty will give me explosive resistance, but not by too much. What do I lose here? Kinetic resistance and thermal resistance. By quite a way as well. Well, I could really do any of these. That's lightweight. That will just add a bit more speed, basically. You don't get... I mean, the hull's going to go down. The mass doesn't look like it's going to be beneficial. And the resistance will go up. This would be really handy, but I mean, you can gain between 5.8 and 10, but you lose here, not so much, but I will lose a bit of thermal resistance and kinetic resistance. That's a bit too much of a trade-off by the looks of things. Yeah, I'm not really getting what I've come here for. I can't preview the outcome. Let's have a look in lightweight armor. Preview outcome. Yeah. This is not what I was looking for. Oh well. So, anyway, this is done. I'm going to photograph, or screenshot I should say, all the blueprints now. So I'm going to end the video while I do that, and just to say that the final engineer on my list is Zachariah Nemo. So I'm going to do him next. You gained access to Zachariah Nemo because the party of Yoru invited you. So this is basically going to Yoru and doing missions for them until you become cordial or friendly, maybe, probably just cordial, and then you'll get the invite, and then we'll come and see this guy. And maybe he can help out with multi-cannons. We've already got a multi-cannon in Todd the Blaster, but we're going to unlock him anyway just to complete the list. Wow, yeah. Well, that's done. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.